Well, good evening, and thank you for sticking and staying with AI Live as they bring you the nightcap match for this evening and the weekend of matches after a very long break. It's the defending champions, the Roaring Lions. They are taking on the Spartans FC, and at the moment is 2-0 in favor of the Roaring Lions. Nearing the end of the first half, this is your commentator, Daddy Tones T, just getting in here to bring you further coverage and commentary of the remaining portion of this first half and into the second half. We apologize once again for not having the live coverage with you throughout the entire match. But it's good to be sharing with you here again. Here is Lions on the attack. It's Tyreek as a shot on goal. And been challenged there just a little bit. And that one going way over the bar. No damage done there to Jackson, who is in the goal for the Spartans FC. Here is Rogers, the number 7. Boots the ball upfield, only to find Brooks Bell. Passes it to Lee. Lee giving it away easily. And he's been challenged there. 2 players chasing after it. Brooks Bell challenged there by Rose. Rose coming away with it. Rose still having it. And mispassing. But sloppy work there, and both teams really giving the ball away easily. And in an effort to chase for it, it was Rose who picked it up and giving it back away, but then the defense there for the Roaring Lions kicked it into touch for a throw in there to the Spartans FC, and certainly show that Coach Nigel Connor there, Nico Connor, certainly not too pleased with that position just a while ago, and certainly will definitely need to do better. Here's the throw taken quickly, and it's been adjudged by a foul throw there by the number 17 player, and it's going to be a throw in there to the Roaring Lions to be taken by, that looks like Shamari Brian. Throwing to the veteran Jay there, who tries to find, is that Mark Anthony, but loses out there, playing it into touch, to being challenged there. Ball going into touch for a throw in there to the Spartans FC, trailing by 2-0. And the throw is to be taken by the number 7 player there in Rogers. Long throw forward. Headed over there by the number 8 player, but headed away there. And 2 players, 3 players clumsily coming together. And the ball going into touch for a throw. And taken quickly here is Lake. Squares back to Tafari. He goes all the way to the left side. Here is Woodley. It's a nice one to pass there by the Roaring Lions. Here is Lee, skipping away from 2 players. Lee again, finding, that's Brian. Cuts back, finds the energetic Lee. He dribbles and pushed it further forward. Here is Rogers trying to beat a man, but ball cleared there by Thomas George into touch for a throw-in, as we have played the 45 minutes of time. Easily coming away with it. Ball knocked back there in defense to Brian. He looks up, trying to find Lee, but not getting the direction of the pass as he would have liked. The ball is with the Spartans now. We're going to see 2 minutes of added time. Here is Spartans losing it. Lake. Nice pass there to Rogers on the far side. And it's a shot and goal, but this one is going to come close to the touchline and roll into touch for a throw in there to from all the way far side, rolling on the other side for a throw in there to the Spartans FC. So getting the lines and the movements as well as they would like. Here's a long throw by Rogers. Brian heading into touch. 2 minutes of stoppage time, and it's 2-0 in favor of the defending champions, the Roaring Lions, in our nightcap match versus the Spartans FC. And there you had it, the whistle from Hilton to bring this first half to a close. At the end of this first half, we've seen where the Roaring Lions, they are just leading by some 2-0. I'm certainly sure that they will not be satisfied with the amount of goal they would have scored so far. They'll be looking to at least putting more into the back of the net and see if they can really squeeze the screws on the Spartans FC. The Spartans FC, they will certainly feel pretty much assured and good of themselves that they have held the defending champions just to a 2-goal lead at the moment, and I'm certainly sure that they'll be looking to do much better in the second half. So until we come again in about, say, 10 minutes, we will go back to Master Control and join us in about 10 minutes' time for the second half of this match. So yes, welcome back once again, and it's going to be the final 45 minutes of this encounter or featured match for this evening, the Roaring Lions versus the Spartans FC, playing in the purple and white. Roaring Lions in their traditional orange, and they are at the moment leading 2-0, and 2 goals they would have scored in the first half. Referees just making the general checks to make sure that all things are in place. And here we go. It's the Spartans this time taking the kick. You see, ball is with Abbott. Abbott finds that's Tyreek Lake. Lake having a shot but blocked. There, Lake pushes to Lee, and pass there by Woodley. There's Anthony, and just some clumsy challenge in there by the Spartans players, and that looks like, is that Van Persie there? It looks like, yes. Number 25 looks like Van Persie there, bundling into all of his players, and certainly just escaping a card there from the referee there in Hilton, because he's still complaining about that. But in the meantime, it's going to be a free kick, and over the ball we've got, that looks like Rogers and Lee. Referee Hilton is still not satisfied with some of the commotions and the movements in between the line they are set up by the Spartans FC, and he's making sure that has somebody been given a card or something like that. He's making a note of something. It appears as though I didn't see any card being pulled, and he's running to the sideline to his fourth official. We're just passing some information or something, but it's Lee. Not a poorly taken free kick there by Lee. Not clearing the wall. Here is Lee again. Giving it away there, but the ball is headed away there. Spartans International picking up, but here is Roaring Lions. Ball has been pushed all the way out to Brian. Not Brian, sorry. That looks like Tafari there. Here is shot being taken there by Abbott, not getting it on target. Ball squared back there. Abbott having an opportunity there, but not getting it directed where he would have liked. And free kick, the goal kick taken quickly, but the referee there in Hilton has beckoned for some attention to a player there in the Spartans defense. So they given some treatment. Still early days into the second half. We've only played some 3 minutes so far, and play has been just held up here. And tomorrow, what I can tell you, tomorrow though, we didn't have any match yesterday due to some due to the postponement of the match between the Attackers FC and the Ducks United. So tomorrow, the 24th, we will see the Limers FC versus the Eagles Claw. That will be our all game, our 5 o'clock game. And then our featured match, the nightcap match, will see the Kicks United versus the Uprising. Kicks United versus Uprising. That's tomorrow at 7:30. The first match starts at 5 o'clock. The Eagles Club versus the Limers FC. Remember, Eagles Club, they have yet to win a match. And the Limers FC, they are looking to maintain their unbeaten record so far. Here is Rowing Lions. Woodley knocks it all the way over to Bell, who finds Brian. One touch pass to Lake. Lake goes back to Brian. It's Warner now finding Anthony, but Anthony giving it away there. Ball cut out there by Tafari. Here's a challenge. Here's Tafari again, finding Lee. Lee not being able to control, but coming away with it. Here is Anthony finding Woodley. And Anthony trying to have a shot and goal there, but not getting the power, as there was 3 players standing in front, and the ball is being blocked into touch, and it's going to be a throw-in taken quickly. Woodley chips the ball over. Could be trouble headed away there by Rogers, but only as far as the boot as of is that Tafari running. No, that's not Tafari. Yeah, that's Brian. Yes, here is Brian again. And the cross coming through, this time way further forward. And that's why they're going to run into touch. Rogers is not going to touch it. Touch, throw taken quickly. Here is the number 9 player there for the Spartans FC, but cut out there by the defense of Rowing Lions. And the ball rolls deep into the defensive half of the Spartans FC for throwing. Throw taken quickly, cut out there by Lee dribbling and going further, trying to cut across, but running out of space, and ball rolling into touch for a goal kick there to the Spartans FC. So the Rowing Lions, they will be looking to increase their tally so far. They've got 2 goals into this match, but it's been very hard work there, put in there by the Spartans. Here is Zat Abbott trying to find Lake, but ball being cleared for throwing. Throw taken, but put into touch there by Brian, and it's going to be the Spartans ball now, throwing from the center of the field, headed into touch. It's the Rowing Lion. Rogers pushing it through, but the goalkeeper Jackson is way out of his goal, and rightly so, booting that one upfield, headed away there by Brooks Bell, but only as far as the boot of the number 6 player there, who gives it away back to Brooks Bell, who finds that looks like it's that this little Warner. Here is Anthony chasing after it, and the ball is going to go into touch for a throw-in. Throw taken quickly to Abbott. Abbott comes across field, and this could be trouble, but bounced over the head there of Rogers, and coming away with it is the player there speedily, but Lee cut it out there. Nice touched, kept in play. Here is Lee again, but well defended there by Spartans FC. Lake twisting and turning, finding Rogers. Rogers trying to get around number 12. Number 12 losing out. Rogers again finds, that looks like it's the number 20 player there, that Warner. Here is Abbott trying to do a flick pass, but cleared into touch, and it's the throw-in on the far side. So clearing the lines and clearing well is the Spartans FC. Not giving enough space. I think the Roaring Lions, they are just not as sharp as they are accustomed for this match, and probably maybe just trying a little too hard and not taking the time and taking the necessary. Here is Jackson coming off the line and eventually collecting that one, but just tosses it into touch for it, throwing there to the Roaring Lions. Here is Abbott. Finds Rogers. And Rogers in an offside position. And certainly can't effect the pass that he wanted to make. It's George over the ball for the Spartans FC, and the big boot upfield finds the head of Lee, who is just about all over the field. Lee finds this Rogers. Rogers looks up, goes for the wider field, trying to find Warner. But Warner is challenged there, and the defender there for the Spartans FC knocking that one into touch for another throw in there to the Roaring Lions. And play has been concentrated more so in the Spartans half, but the Roaring Lions don't really have too much to show for it. Here is Tafari trying to find Rogers, but cut out there by the defender. But the ball is with Abbott. Abbott finds Lee, controls well, finds Woodley. Woodley looks up, finds Rogers once more. Rogers to Lake. Lake cuts well and finds Brooks Bell, who chips over for Lee. And Lee trying to possibly head the ball across goal, not getting the direction. The ball just skidding off of the side of his head and going into touch for a goal kick. Headed away from the goal kick. It's with Rogers again. Finds Warner. Warner, one touches to Anthony, who finds Brian. Brian gives it away, but recovered there by Lake. Rogers again trying to find, Jaden Abbott, but just to poking it a little too hard, and I think they need to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more deceptive in trying to pass the ball and to get past the defense, because it's just too easy defending. Here's a cross from the defender there, defensive left back there in Woodley, and Brian coming away with it and cutting around, but equal to the task is Devontae Rose, and the ball goes into touch for a throw-in, a corner kick, first one of this half, to the Roaring Lions, leading 2-0. We're into the 59th minute of this match. Corner kick taken, poor one by Abbott, but he recovers, looks up again, and cross coming through, but they only to find the head of the Spartans FC. Here Rogers trying to collect, but the ball is with Lake, who tries to find Anthony, but just overhitting it just a little bit there, and too fast, Anthony not being able to latch onto that one. So it's going to be a throw-in to the Spartans FC, Still holding on here, even though they're down 2 goals to nil. And the usual, you'll see, uh, goals been just put past them. But today they've been playing pretty tough, and you can also chalk that down to some of the, the frustration and not taking their time on the rowing lines passing. Here is Safari getting past 2 man. Shields well. Hope find Lakes. Lakes cuts back, looks up, and dribbles and easily finds Brooks Bell. Here is Warner, robbed there of the ball. Rose cutting and cutting nowhere, heading all the way back to his goal. Finally gives it up. Here is George now. Boots the ball upfield, but it's Tafari. Here is Brian, trying to find Tafari again. This time the chips coming through, and they clearance there again. Rogers shot and goal. Ball still is in play. Cross coming in, but passing all the players there. Rogers picking up, finds Woodley. Woodley looks up, and this time goes at goal, but that's easy for Jackson. Collects and boots the ball upfield. Woodley finds Rogers. Rogers dribbling, trying to beat the player there, but not getting through. And that looks like Lake. Fari coming across well, but player there almost winning it. Giving it away there. Here is Rogers. Finds Lee. Lee back to Rogers. Rogers goes further to the right, finds Warner. Warner trying to find Brian, and flag goes up there for an infringement there. Just a push of the boot there, pending the rushing Rogers, who was rushing to Brian, who was rushing to, and it's going to be a free kick there to the Royal Lions into the 63rd minute of play. Still 2 goals to nil. Favor of the Royal Lions. Goal scored in the first half. On the boot of Lake and Warner. See, free kick taken, headed away there by, looks like Alwick Rogers. The ball is with Lake, who chips, tries to find a player on the far side. Lakes again. Ball is controlled there, looks like by Lee. Finds one today between Brian and here is Lake. Finds Rogers on the far side. Trying to cross the ball but not getting it lift over. Here is Woodley, and he's going to let that one roll into touch. Throw taken quickly. Tafari finds Bell. With the number 32 player, Tyreek Lake, finds Woodley. Woodley looks up and finds Abbott. Miscontrol but recovered. Abbott. And finds Lee. A good cross there, but not being able to control. There was Mark Anthony in the center there, the striking position, number 9 position, not being able to really get hold of that one, and it's going to be a goal kick to the Spartans. We see Spartans at the same time making a change. It looks like it's going to be Walker, will be Miguel Walker, who's going to be the player coming off. But referee says too long, and play continues. So they'll have to wait and see. So it's Walker, the player coming out for the number 19. And we're going to see where Lake, his stint is going to be done for the day. It's going to be the veteran Capel Baptiste. And he will take up the slack left there by the player there in Lake. In the meantime, the ball is with the Spartans, and the referee just holding up play. That looks like Brian over there on the far side. Two players down on their haunches. Referee, well, Brian is up. There's another Spartans player. He's sitting in the box, and the referee is about to go over and to ask what's happening. And he's signaling for the physiotherapist. So what I can tell you while we wait for the treatment to be had to the player there for the Spartans FC, the match is played for tomorrow. We'll see the Limers versus the Eagles Claw, and then in the evening it will be the Kicks United versus the Uprising, and they will be doing battle in the nightcap match as we continue on in round 5 of this year's tournament. I need that AC turn off. Thanks. Yes, just taking that AC off from our comments boots here. Trying to a little bit under the weather. Yeah, if I'm sounding a little stuffy, yes, a little under, trying to fight the flu, not COVID, but the flu, yeah. Yeah, so the players we started, the ball is with the Spartans FC, cut out there by Lee, but challenge there again. Here is Spartans. They're coming away with it. Rogers. Headed away there by Batik, getting his first touch for today. Here is Batiste, finds Mark. Mark looks up. Here is Batiste, finds Rogers. And he is certainly needs to check his lines because he is judged to be in an offside position, not for the first time. And we're going to see his second change. This is number 21. This time he replaces the number 27 player there. Yes, don't have the team sheets with me. But ringing the changes is knocked down on the line. We are nearing the 70th minute of play. It's still 2 goals to nil in favor of the Roaring Lions. Goals scored from the both of Lake and Warner. Here is Abbott, finds it all the way back to Tafari in defense. Tafari finds Brooks Bell. Back to Jay again, knocking it around. It's with Brian now. Warner returning the pass. And there is Batik. But losing it there was Warner. And it's with Rogers, Alric Rogers. Puts the ball upfield. Control nicely there by Brooks Bell. Fine Warner. And Warner giving it away there sloppily, if you ask me. And it's going to be a throw in there to the Spartans FC. So taken quickly, headed away there and headed into touch for a throw in there to the Rowan Lions. So Van Persie trying to find the player there and just kicking it. Here is the number 9 player, caught out there by Woodley. Here's Rogers. Rogers finds Batty. Batty trying to find Anthony, but partially blocked there. And another player again is down on there, rolling. Didn't see any contact or anything, so to speak, but the player is rolling in some pain. And don't know whether or not these players have been working too hard or not hard enough, but quite a number of, and we're seeing here where Rogers is signaling that needs to be substituted. So it appears as though his evening has come to an end. Only into the 72nd minute of play. And it's at the moment we are 2 goals to nil in favor of the Roaring Lions. Certainly going to feel a little bit disappointed of themselves that they have not been able to score the amount of goals they would usually see themselves scoring against teams such as these. But sometimes these are the games that that can show you like a knuckleball and show you a curveball, so to speak. And so you have to, be careful and try to play as best as you can to beat teams of this magnitude, so to speak, and to beat them in a comprehensive manner. See, we've seen the stretcher has been asked for, so it's maybe the player probably just twist or pull something on the field while he was probably running, because there was no one close to him with the ball. And so it's quite interesting that he would have just pulled up and his stretcher has been asked to for him to be stretched off the field. So hopefully it's nothing too serious of that nature. But at this moment, certainly he will need a stretcher to take him off the pitch. So yes, the play has just been held up for just a little bit. So we'll certainly see quite a considerable amount of injured time because player has been stretched off the field, and interesting to see to get the name and the number of the player. So uh, been stretched off. Appears as though attended there to the physiotherapist, and the play will be restarted. So it's Rose who restarts it, and the ball is kicked downfield. Finds Brooks Bell, finds Brian. Back to Brooks Bell, and Brooks Bell giving it away there to Rose. Rose finds the number 8 player there. Ball partially cleared and blocked there, but it's Shamari Bryan who picks up. Now finds Warner as the Royal Lions are looking to mount an attack. Here is Batiste, dribbles and turns well. Shifts, Warner shifts two. True pass to Mark there, who tries to shoot and certainly looks like he would have kicked someone, and down again is another player. This time, one for the Royal Lions. He looked though in an effort to have a shot and goal. Appears as though he would have actually kicked the defender there. Defender coming across to challenge, and he's in a bit of pain there. It appears well, so more injury time to be added onto this one. But I can see a youngster in the Royal Lions goal hasn't had much to do in this half at all. Not even to collect the ball, really. Not even to clear. He hasn't had much to do in the match at all. The ball has been concentrated heavily in the half of the Spartans SC. The Royal Lions having lots of possessions, but not a lot to really show for it, so to speak. They have got 2 goals so far, but certainly sure they probably would be thinking to themselves, well, we definitely needed to have more shots and more targets and goal, more chances, but not to be. Not to be at all. And so they would only have themselves to blame with the way they have been playing so far. So Anthony looks to have been um, recovered. He's back onto the field. Here is Lee, finds Batiste. Batiste find that looks like Abbott. Abbott trying to tread the needle again, but coming away with it. And looking for a foul there was Abbott. But the referee there in Hilton says, play on. The ball is all the way back with Tafari, who finds Brooks Bell. Brooksbell looks up, finds Abbott. Abbott turns, finds that looks like Warner. Warner finds Anthony, who just returned back to the field. And it's a shot and goal, and partially parried there, and that's tempted shot there again, not equal to the task was the keeper. Here is Baptiste. He looks up and have a shot at goal, but blocked there by the Spartans FC, and it's going to be on offside, it appears to be. And so just frustrating the Royal Lions there, and it's the Spartans FC not allowing them. Well, I can't say not allowing them, but not giving them the opportunities that they are looking, but they can only, Lions can only blame themselves because they have not been playing the percentages as they are to. Here is Woodley. Here is just to the Fari, just to experience day for the youngster, and chasing for all his worth, but Tafari using a little bit of shoulder and a little bit of smarts there, and that one going out for a goal kick taken quickly. Here is that one, Capel giving that one away. Spartans FC again. What is Van Persie? Tries to find the player there, and the ball for the first time, the goalkeeper in goal picking up, getting his first touch, cleared nicely. Here is Rogers. Finds Baptiste. Baptiste looks up. That's Lee. Lee trying to find Rogers, just eventually does so. And here is Mark. Mark looks up. Rogers once more. Rogers again trying to shoot, but this time blocked. The ball is with Baptiste, and the player is down. Bell, Baptiste trying pushed it all the way for the forward. The player is still down in the box. Yes, that looks like, is that Abbott? Yes. Finds Lee. Lee finds Brian. And the ball is being chipped over. Jackson coming and clearing and eventually picking up, and the referee eventually stopping play. Seen quite a number of these players, youngsters, you know, just certainly just giving it the effort, but a little bit too easy on the carpet, if you ask me. Just a little too often. See players going down. Sign of poor conditioning. Here is Rogers dribbling to the left and winning a corner there. So it's going to be a corner kick, second one in this half for the Royal Lions. Sorry, still 2-0, but the Royal Lions have not scored a goal in this half yet. There's a lot of stop-start in the play. Corner kick coming across. You see flag going up. And it's going to be offside, says the AR on the far side. That looks like Tasheen Fleming. We're going to see another substitute. This time it's going to be number 2 player. looks like, is that brother coming on for brother? Yes, certainly. Certainly look that way. Yes, brother coming on for brother. This is not sure which with this Kivoy, what the Kivoy coming on for Kivon or vice versa. But the younger brother giving way to the older brother, Lake, there, and he's at the front. And here is Tafari, boots the ball upfield. Woodley trying to play over, but not being able to do so. And the ball goes into touch for a throw in there to the Spartans FC. So take it quickly. Woodley trying to find Lee, headed there. Lake. Lake finds Rogers. Rogers back to Fari, finds Woodley. Woodley looks up and chips it in field to Baptiste. Baptiste find that look like number 20 there in Warner. And that was Mark trying to play the ball across field, not getting through. And as though it's going to be the man Squeechy Oliver Walker, the premier goal scorer for the Royal Lions, probably just coming off of work and maybe just getting a maybe a 10-minute stint here in this encounter. We'll see whether or not he can get on the score sheet there for the Royal Lions. Ball been given away there, but play been called back for a free kick. Here is Abbott trying to beat the player there. Dribble pass one, looks up, chips further forward, finds Rose, but nicely cut out there by, that looks like Mark. Yes, and it's going to be a throw in there to the Spartans FC. It'll be interesting to see how much added time that the referee gives. Here is Batty. Walker getting his first touch, giving it away. And ball not coming at all and not finding the seams of the Roaring Lions. Here is Tafari being challenged there by Lake. And this is Van Persie trying to do a nice little touchback there. And here is this Batty. The referee is assistant on the far side says offside. So not getting the rhythm as they would have liked. The Roaring Lions, I'm certainly sure they'll be very disappointed. They have not got the rhythm that they would have liked to see and the goals to show. Here is Walker, finds one on the far side. He looks up and cross. Heads going up, two players again, Abbott and Lee in each other's way, and not getting the direction and goal, and you see the free kick been pulled back. charge, free kick, headed up there, headed away there, but challenge. Here is Lee, finds Anthony. And poor pass there from Warner, not getting the direction there for Oliver Walker. Woodley controls, finds Lee. And Lee trying to find Abbott, but cut out there by the defense there for the Spartans FC. Here is Brooks Bell headed to Tafari. Tafari clears, and it's going to be 8 minutes. 8 minutes of added time. Here is Anthony to Brian, finds Baptiste. Baptiste finds Walker. Walker to Lee. Lee looks up, finds Abbott. Certainly should be dribbling towards goal, but taking too long. And cut out here is Lee again, not knowing what to do with it. And the ball being pushed into touch for it's going to be a throw in there to the Royal Lions. So certainly not getting the goals that they would like. The fluidity and the fluency of their play has been lacking here this afternoon, the Royal Lions. Certainly, you could chalk that down on short of match practice, so to speak. But they will looking to certainly put in the work this week, because they've got their nemesis in the big match, which will be the Ducks United. Looking to dethrone the Rowan Lions. At the moment, both teams are unbeaten, but the Ducks United, they have had a superb, superior goal advantage. Here we see shot coming on goal, and that one is going to roll into touch for a throw-in there to the Spartans FC. Referee's assistant in front of us here says offside. Not sure what happened there, but I guess the referee there about just probably just passing some instructions to the youngster. They're saying just in case if you want to win why the play was called back, the goal was was judged for an offside, which cannot be called from a goal kick actually. Yes, good challenge there. You hear the spectators, dangerous pass there from Abbott. Playing it in the back. The Brooks Bell finding Woodley. Eventually now, Woodley trying to find Walker, but not getting cut out there by the Spartans player. And 4 minutes, 4 minutes, well, 3 minutes and some, 3 minutes and some for the Roaring Lions to increase their lead. 3 minutes and some to the Spartans to maintain their composure and to keep themselves together, to keep the scoreline as it's at. You see the ball being given away, and that looks like Van Persie there just chipping it into touch for a throw-in. Here is Lee, 1-2, Van Persie again. They say, well, it appears as though he's just comfortable in just booting it outfield. Here is Batik, finds Walker. Walker finds Jay. Jay cuts back to the right. Still Jay cutting back to the right, trying to find Batis. And this time giving it away to the player there. Here is Batis. Now finds Lee. Here is Lee. Here is Lee. Still, the ball is still with Lee. Across goal. Here is Batis. And there's a shot. And it's, oh wow. That ball ended up into the back of the net. Eventually, it's a goal. Eventually, it's a goal into the back of the net. I'm not seeing the referee in Hilton is running across to his assistant, and well, has gotten the signal that it's actually a goal. But I guess finally, I'm getting a goal in almost at the end of the added time. And couldn't see who the goal scorer was, though. There's a vantage point from our vantage point here. That's some distance away. But the Roaring Lions would have at least opened up their scoring in this second half, almost at, well, in the 90th minute. Here is the Royal Lions. Jackson coming and booting the ball. Van Persie trying to boot the ball off field. Has to be careful how he's kicking the aim, but pull his knee or his hip, is swinging feverishly. Where's Lion? Here is Lion. And it's going to be, that looks like a penalty, yes. Well, so it's going to be a penalty in an effort to really stem the tide. See 2 goals coming in quick succession here. Well, I can't say 2 goals yet because it's a penalty still has to be scored, but you've been giving yourself an opportunity here to at least increase their tally in the dying moments of injury time. And it's going to be trying to see who's over the ball. That looks like, is that Warner? Yes, that looks like Warner. And saved. That's possibly the final kick. It's going to be an infringement, and Warner, I guess, is dejected. There's a chance at goal. And that's probably final kick. That is probably going to be the final kick. But the Spartans on a high, just preventing a penalty from scoring and almost having themselves, giving themselves an opportunity. Well, giving themselves an opportunity, not being able to pull it off, and at the end, losing the match some 3-0. And certainly show that the Lions will certainly be disappointed. I mean, happy to get the 3 points, but disappointed in the way they would have displayed their play here this afternoon. And I'm certainly sure that they will look to at least improve on that. They would have to improve on that coming up against the Ducks United in their next match. That will be a match of the unbeaten teams, but 3 points nonetheless. And we say kudos to the Spartans for keeping the Lions at bay and keeping them to 3 goals to the good. But we want to thank you so much for staying with us throughout the course of this evening. Earlier you heard the voice of John Millington and Caden Bryan bringing you the first match, the Diamonds versus the Western Predators. And in this second encounter, it was Tony Fleming bringing you the ball-by-ball coverage in this featured match, Roaring Lions versus the Spartans FC. Until we come your way again tomorrow, same time, same place, 5 o'clock with the Eagles Claw versus the Limers. And then in the nightcap match, we have the Kicks United versus the Uprising United. We look forward to you joining us tomorrow with another set of matches to round off week 5. Until then, we bid you good evening from our commentary, and thank you and have yourself a pleasant evening. We will meet you tomorrow, God's willing. Thank you, and over to Master Control.